Hi everyone. Hey, firstly, thank you for watching all the episodes if you have, but certainly the one that I recorded with my friend Zanele Tato, and on my Vipassana journey. And to let you know that, as you will have seen, at the end, she gets kicked out by poor internet connectivity, and I recorded the last piece by myself. Well, so the thing that happened is she came back, she joined me, she rejoined the conversation, and then we just picked up from where I had left off. So I'm posting this piece, this clip now, because I think it has some gems. I think that our conversation subsequent to the first piece is it has some gems contained within it. So this is just an introduction piece to that. All right, enjoy. And if you like the content, please, as they say, like. And to see more, please do subscribe, because I am going to be posting a whole lot more. So so this pain comes just under my breast, my left breast, a little way down, not too way down, but under my breast for sure, under where my breast falls. So it's not directly. It's in that space in between, and
like by your rib.
Just below the rib. Let me feel just below the ribs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? I immediately have a judgment about it. And then I remember, okay, Makgati, equanimity, be equanimous, welcome whatever arrives without and observe it without judgment. So, okay, I'm feeling this pain. I can't even move. And this pain is massive. And I'm just listening to it and I'm just observing it and I'm sweeping down. I bring my attention to it. I bring my attention everywhere else and I'm just being with it. And eventually it starts moving. It starts moving.
I'm here.
Oh, you are there. It starts moving all the way across. All the way across. It moves and it lands right into my solar plexus. And it's sitting in my solar plexus. But when it gets to the solar plexus, it sort of releases somehow. But my heart also absorbs some of it. So my heart and my solar plexus are holding this thing, whatever this thing is. And when it gets there, I hear a voice saying, your mission has begun. Continue. And I exhale and the pain goes. And we finish the sit, and yeah, and we complete Vipassana and pack my things and go home.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that is an initiation. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Your
why
mission has begun.
the mission has begun. Continue.
This is why.
And this is why I had to do it in the beginning of the year and not at the end of last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So much is coming up, and I don't necessarily want to move into analysis at all. And I mean, there's nothing to analyze, but gosh, there's just so many profound themes, you know. Um, I'm struck by uh, the teacher, the holder of the space's use of the word power as you were exiting, and then come to this day 11, or maybe it started with day 10 with the solar plexus, with your solar plexus, this pain in your solar plexus, which is the power center, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah.
And then you practicing then being the light in a sense, like just allowing, there's something about that that sort of feels significant and
Yes.
profound.
Yeah. I and I think that this is what I was saying about being able to be in the pain because I knew that it's purposeful.
Mm.
And so I allowed myself. I mean, of course, at some different points, I would lose patience with myself, and with what was being metabolized through my body, because in my own understanding, oh yeah, already okay, my Vipassana is finished. I think that after having the conversation with with the teacher, with the space holder, I was like, that was so big. That's
Yeah.
you know, that's it. And
Yeah.
this was like day 7 or day 8, and more,
Yeah.
more experiences kept, even bigger, whatever bigger means, but
Mm.
uh,
Mm.
more, more experiences kept coming in my own body. At
Yeah.
some point, like when I was having that big solar plexus, and with the movement all the way, I kept thinking, am I making this up? And I was like, how are you making it up? It's in your body. What are you making?
Right.
You're not imagining, you're not dreaming, it's not
Yeah.
a lucid vision, it's not a hallucination. This is happening in my
Mm.
own body.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what it is that I guess it's a reminder that nobody can walk the path for you. Nobody can do anything for you. It's you can have the intention and you show up, and the rest, really leave it to grace, and leave it to God, leave it to the universe. They know what to do. uh,
Mm.
but I still have to,
Mm.
and it reminds me in A Course in Miracles, I think that Abu Yeshua says something like, um that God will take the final step. God takes the final, something like that. God takes the final. It's like I show with an inch, and God, jetters across to say, "Oh, my
Yeah.
child is coming home,"
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
I've done is really just
Yeah.
tiny maneuver, and that's sufficient. That tiny
Yeah.
sufficient.
Mm.
We are met
Mm.
is the thing.
Mm. Mm. And the fact that you've had a body experience, a visceral body experience of this, of spiritual principles that we read about and that we aspire to, that we hope we can get a glimpse of, um, in its either minuteness or in its magnanimity, whichever way. But this, like, no one can take this away from you because it's this visceral lived experience of what does surrender look like? What is the experience of it? What is the experience of, when you were describing it earlier, the phrase that came to mind was, is this too shall pass? This notion, not even concept, this experience of impermanence, which is a Buddhist,
Yes.
you know, teaching and principle
Yeah.
of, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. This too shall pass. Fret
yeah,
not. This too shall
yeah,
pass. Don't
yeah,
cling. For this too shall pass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I also found very interesting how some of what you described in the internal sensations and experiences that you were having then became externalized in some way. Like you talked about the pain and the pleasure, and how what I felt was like how they lie side by side almost, and they're maybe even two sides of the same coin or
Mhm.
something like that.
Mhm.
And then you have this moment waking up at 4:30 and you're about to go into the thing and you're dancing, after having had this earlier on, this experience of such pain. I think it might have been the diary. I can't remember what the sequence was of it, but pain before and then
Yeah.
what I saw in my mind's eye of like ecstatic freedom and dancing and just joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. And remembering that what I pay attention to really is a choice.
Yeah.
And what I bring meaning to is a choice. Um,
Mm.
and and yeah, and I have that. I have that. And
Mm.
I can bring along with it whatever particular meaning. I mean, one of the things that kept happening for me is I would have the experience from the sitting, and there would be a linkage to specific areas in my life that would help me recognize that, oh, this sensation coming up and presenting in this particular manner, I live it out. I manifest it in a particular way in my life. And and so being able to sit, so this is the Sankara bit. So being able to
Yeah.
sit in it, in the physical pain, in the now, for whatever reason, it brings up all the other stuff that is sitting deep in the unconscious. I mean, for
Mm.
me, psychology has never been able to help me understand how do I help myself and help others um, uproot all the material
Mm.
that lives in the unconscious. Vipassana has. And I don't even have
Yeah.
to uproot it. All I do is sit.
Yeah.
They come up by themselves. And not only
Yeah.
things that are lying in the unconscious of this particular lifetime, but things that have been gathered.
Yeah.
Pain,
Across lifetimes. Across
li-
lifetimes.
life
Yeah.
and lifetimes. Um,
Yeah.
it's a massive cleanse. It's a
Yeah.
liberation. It really is a liberation. And this is
Yeah.
how Goenka talks about it. This is the thing that Gautama Buddha recognized. It's
Mm.
liberation.
Mm.
And just allow energy to flow. I mean, if you think about it in terms of time, there is not in the quantum, there is no time. There is
Yeah.
no past lifetime and current lifetime. They all just, it's all
They all exist
they
in the
all
quantum field. It's yeah. Yeah.
simultaneous.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Oh, thank you for gifting me, us, whoever will watch this beautiful, feels like a I was gonna say truth telling, like how, when one bears witness to oneself and then extends that as a gift
Mm.
for others to ingest,
Mm.
digest, use in a way that um, can be of service. I mean, it certainly served me hugely, just in this conversation that we've had. And I think what the one thing that I want to say, I feel like, I read a lot, we talk a lot, and I, have a very strong spiritual practice as well. And it's so interesting because I was pulling, you know, concepts, threads from other um, spiritual practices, other spiritual teachings that have just landed in such a beautiful way that allows me to see more um, than I think I would have. Like, so this has been such a powerful addition for me. I'm remembering one actually, like I read Conversations with God many years ago, but one of the things that has continued, that struck me in my conversation with you is it says nothing matters. And then it's no, then he says no hyphen thing matters. And what you were describing initially about everything is vibration, everything is vibrating. We are what we think we is solid matter is actually vibrating at a particular frequency. Maybe it's slower than, you know, something else that is vibrating at a higher frequency. But when in the book he says nothing matters, like no thing is matter. We
Mm.
we make it matter by attaching, and then we solidify it and make it matter in a quantum physics sense through the story that we create around this experience, which is just sensation, right? So I feel like I've come to understand that, oh, nothing matters. And I remember I used to say that a lot, oh, nothing matters. Not that it doesn't matter, like, oh, don't worry about it, but it's we are creating matter through the things that we attach, and we don't need to. We can just
Right.
observe it.
Right. Gosh, thank you. Thank you for that. I love that. I love that. And I'm going to reference another teacher, Michael Singer, who likens this to he talks about this energy as Shakti. And he says that it's the energy, it's and Shakti is the feminine. It's this feminine energy that is just move, there's Shiva Shakti, and they are
Yeah.
just, dancing and moving, and I imagine that life energy just moving in order to experience life, not
Mm,
to be attached, not to stay in any one location, but to continue to move
yeah.
throughout. And
Yeah.
yeah, and for me, the invitation to myself is, can I
Mm,
allow this
mm,
energy
mm,
through me? Um,
mm,
and who knows what it takes with it as it moves through me? Who knows what it brings as it moves
mm,
through me? Yeah. Um,
mm,
and another piece that I would like to offer, if anybody ends up watching this, don't sit on Vipassana. Don't lose the gift of Vipassana. I think often we sit with a deep desire to have experiences of what else is there in life, and we stand in our own way because we think, oh no, I can't afford that. But the thing about Vipassana is that it is completely donations based. You
mm,
you pay whatever. Really, all you need is to show up, is to apply,
mm,
show up, and be willing to do the work. And the work is really just sitting in silence and taking time to give that time to oneself. Um, and we are served all the meals. There are people who are there who provide, who the meals are provided. Um, uh, Toilet papers and everything. The boarding is provided. Really, all you need is bring whatever you need, your clothing and your toiletries. That's it.
mm,
And
mm.
your bedding and that. But even then, they do have bedding there.
Yeah.
And at the end, all they ask for is to enable another person's participation. They ask that you make a donation. whatever you can afford.
Mm,
And
mm,
so,
mm,
yeah, this is just an invitation, door opening,
mm,
for
mm.
those who are yearning for this. Know that it is
Yeah.
possible, it is available. And here in South Africa, we have a center in, where is it? It's in Worcester.
It's in Worcester.
Yeah, in
Mm,
Worcester in the Western Cape, and I know that they're opening another one in KZN. I don't know where in KZN,
mm,
but they're opening one in KZN. So
mm,
opportunities for awakening, assisted
mm,
with
mm,
with some guidance, with some practical tools. These are tools. Vipassana is the process that Gautama followed that led to his awakening. And he taught
mm,
it, and it got taught over and over and over again. And it has
mm.
assisted many people reach full enlightenment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are worthy of that.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
We are worthy of that. Mm.
So
Thank you
let
to
me
you.
say, yeah, gosh, yeah. But thank
Mm,
you. Thank you, Tato, for being here, for witnessing, for
mm,
standing with me, and our interaction that has really provided a beautiful space and a mirror for me at the same time. I appreciate it.
mm.
And I look forward to our next conversation. Yes?
Yes, absolutely. Always,
Yes,
always.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
So let me
I'm
say,
excited for people to watch this and also witness your journey and their own as well.
yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, yeah. So, thank you very much for persisting, for staying on. We know that it's been long. This was a very long episode, but it really is because of the sharing and to really maintain the integrity of what happened. It needed to be as long as it was. And let's see how long the others are. Probably not this long, but this one needed to be. And so thank you very much, fellow pilgrim, for showing up as we walk one another home. And in the words of Goenka, may we all be happy. May we all be at peace. May we all be liberated from all suffering. Thank you, Kalerato. Thank you, Tato.